I'm back!
Let's go.
So, I do have another video I want to film, and while I'm here, while I'm dressed, while I'm ready, this is going to happen for 2 videos in a row. I don't know which order I'm going to post them in, because I kind of want to post this one before, so I'm definitely going to have to really quickly edit it. But, yeah, I'm really quickly about to get into a little story time about fake friends, okay? So, this happened to me while I was living in Chicago. And right now, you can see my hair is like natural. But before that, I was relaxed, right? And on the start of school, what was this? I was in elementary school. 6th grade. Yep, it was 6th grade. I remember. So this is a story about fake friends. And I pretty much learned the hard way. So I had like this little group of friends. It was, well, I'm gonna just mention the 2 people who was there. It was one girl, her name was Mariah, and then it was this dude, Caleb. And we were pretty much like friends. Like, me and Caleb met when I had moved there over the summer. I was playing with my friends, and we just like met. We was like, oh, he seems so intelligent and stuff. So we were just hanging out. And then me and her met because in 5th grade, she was a new student to the school, and we found out we lived near each other because I was at the park. She was at the park. She was like, hey, yo, what's up? And yeah, so that's how we became friends. And one time in this 6th grade, I was on a bus, and this new dude comes around. I know he had cousins, and he started living with them, and they went to the school I went to, so he started riding the bus. And his name is Devontae. And so one time, I'm sitting down, and my pants, they were dress pants, like, they're very slippery, and they roll up. And I had on tennis shoes. That's how I dressed in 6th grade. Don't judge me. And he was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, yo, is she flooding? Like, is she flooding and stuff? And, like, I heard it. So, like, I looked back, and I, like, mugged him. I'm like, yo, like, it ain't that deep. Like, hello. It'll be fine when I stand up. I didn't really care. And I get off the bus. Well, no, I'm getting off the bus. I stand up. And then Mariah says to him, she heard y'all talking about her. So I'm like, show did. Show did. And he said something, but I don't remember what it was, so I was getting off the bus. And, like, time goes on, and he's constantly, like, always mentioning, like, oh, like, she was flooding and stuff. But then, like I said, I was relaxed. So, like, my hair was straight, and I had, like, this straight ponytail, which was a phony pony. It was, like, a weave. Kind of like I wore in, like, my first videos, but it was straight. And this is what I hate, because it's so in now, and that's what people wear, but, like, you wanted to clown me back then. I'm pretty sure, like, his sisters and stuff did wear, his cousins did wear weave, which pissed me off, because I'm like, I'm not the only one wearing weave, and you want to try to get in my butt about weave? Like, this don't make no sense. And, pretty much, he was, like, bullying me about that, and, like, making fun of me, and I didn't really care as much when it was about me, because I'm like, yeah, I'll probably go home, cry in my pillow or something. I did go home one day crying, and my mom was like, but I was not crying because I'm sad. Like, someone can talk to me all they want, but, like, I was crying because I was so pissed. And I'm like, I really want to beat your butt, but I'm, like, that good student in school. And I'm like, I ain't trying to get suspended. So my mom was like, yo, who messed with Tykira? And my little sister rode my bus, so she, like, pretty much told her the story. And then this other day, this is the day, this is what it's about. That's how it started. This is what the video is about. So, always on the bus, I was always there after them, and he would be like, oh, there go phony pony, and I was like, okay, whatever, and I would just, like, be chilling on my phone or something, talking to my friends. And, mind you, Mariah and Caleb were his friends. I should have, like, known from them, like, if he's talking about me and y'all ain't sticking up for me, like, I should have known we should have been friends. But, so he says that. That's what he usually says when we get on the bus. One day, he goes, well, no, I get on the bus before any of them, and I go behind the seat that I usually sit in, and I'm kind of, like, ducking in the seat. And I don't know, I can't really remember if my goal was to catch him in the act, like, talking about me and, like, kind of, like, get him first, or if I was just, like, just chilling. I can't remember, but I was probably about to be petty about something. So, I'm chilling in the bus. And then Mariah comes, and she sits in front of me, and I think she sees me. And then I'm like ducked behind the seat. This is like the window. This is me ducked behind it. And that's the other seat covering me so you can't see me. And Caleb and Devontae Caleb sits like in front of Mariah but on the other side. And Devontae sits like behind. He sat across from Mariah, but he was still walking on the bus when this happened. So Caleb says, "Hey, where's Phony Pony?" So I was like, "Oh, T, oh, for real? You the one who's starting this?" Every time it was him starting it. It wasn't Devontae. I feel like I'm really yelling right now. But I'm just like, it just makes me so angry because I'm like, we were supposed to be friends. And like every time it was winter, we lived in apartments, so every time it was winter, his mom would send him to the bus stop. But because I live closer to the bus stop, I would let him into the building. But after that, I locked the door. You were going to be cold. I did not care. So Devontae's getting on the bus. And I realized Caleb said that, not Devontae. So then I pop my head out. I'm like, "What's up?" And Devontae's like, "Ooh." And I'm like, "Ooh, it wasn't you? It was him? That's funny." And then Mariah's like, and I'm like, "So this whole time, it was him." And like, yeah, I'll be mad at Devontae because like, yeah, he clowned me and everything. But I'll always more mad at the person who starts it and who starts it for no reason. So this whole time, you laughing and giggling in my face like we friends, but you was really talking crap about me behind my back and then making it seem like it was someone else. Because multiple times, on different occasions, I talked to Caleb and Mariah about Devontae and would say like, "Yo, this is like really annoying and stuff." And they really wouldn't do much. And I really should have known that they weren't some good people then. I don't know how they are now because they probably juniors in school now, about to be seniors. Maybe they changed. I hope they changed. So, yeah, that happens. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool because like I said, I wasn't a fighter. I'm like, I'm just going to sit back, do me. That's cool. At least I know the truth now. And he was still trying to talk to me, but I wasn't talking to him. I was still talking to Mariah though. And then this is a different day. I stayed after school. So the bus is pretty much empty. And it's a few students on the bus. It's 2 kids sitting across from me. And they're kids I know. They were like smart and everything, but like nerds. And he was clowning them. And I was like I should say something, but like I ain't say nothing. And people in the front with his friends were laughing and stuff. And then he turned to me, and it was like stupid stuff. He was saying like, "Oh, this character in this show is your mom and your dad." And he said something about Dora and Boots being my mom and dad. And I was like, what? But, okay, I said what in my head. But I was mad because it's one thing to talk about me. But once you bring my parents into it, who ain't got nothing to do with nothing, that's a problem. So I was pissed, and like, this happens to me multiple times, and it happened on multiple occasions. I kind of like black out, and I just like took my hand and just like swung and just like slapped them in the face. And everyone on the bus turned around and freaking looked at us. And I was like, sitting there, I'm like, did I just like slap this dude in the face? And then I remember he muffed me in the head like that. And I was like, and I was like so mad. I was just like sitting quietly on the bus, and I was just like this. And I thought I was going to get in trouble, and I was freaking scared. But the bus driver didn't tell anyone. I was so freaking thankful for her, because they probably would have suspended me for starting a fight. And I get off the bus. I think I get off before him. And I get off the bus, and I'm crying, and I'm pissed. I don't know if my little sister was there at the time, but I do remember I'm crying. I'm walking to my house from the bus stop, and I'm like shaking and everything. And I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble. So, me being the type of person I am, I always tell my mom beforehand. So if they, like, not police, wow, it's not that deep. If the school calls her, she won't be surprised and she'll see it coming. So I told her, I was like, he was talking about you and daddy, and like, I just slapped him. And she laughed. And I was like, Mom, I'm really upset right now. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. She told my dad, and I remember later that day, he was laughing. They were freaking laughing about it, and I was scared. Because I think it was like a Friday, so I had like the weekend to like get in trouble. And my mom's laughing. She's like, I just told her how stupid it was, and like I just slapped her. I was like, I don't know why, I just did. And she tells my dad, and my dad calls me one day. He's like, I heard you slapped the dude on the bus. I was like, I started crying. I was bawling. I was like, he was talking about you and mommy. Like, what was I supposed to do? And he was just laughing about it. He was like, yo, you're good. Like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, I'm about to be in so much trouble with the freaking principal. And it was like, I was so scared because I was known as like the good student. I was like super smart. Not anymore. But I was super smart, and I was just always on my best behavior. And when that happened, I was like, I'm scared. So yeah, that pretty much happened. And I remember this other girl who was on the bus. She was like very similar to me, but she was quieter than I was. And when she see me slapping, she like just turned around and like smiled. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't think about it until after the fact, after I did get in trouble. Like, she literally turned around and like just smiled at me and was like, you go, girl. And I'm like, dang, we should have been friends. Like, should have been a cool person. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. That was my little bullying story. I didn't say like all the other stuff they were saying, because like it was just stupid stuff I shouldn't even be upset about, but I was. You do want me to put like advice like about if you're being bullied and stuff, I can definitely do that, because I've been bullied a lot for just being me. Sorry if you don't like it. I mean, when I was younger, it really did hurt me, but like now, I'm an adult. Stupid. Now I just know, like, it doesn't really matter, because people are who they are, and like you can't really change that. So like, what are you gonna do? Fight me? I don't fight. Hello? Fight the air if you're so mad. So yeah, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Share it with someone who you know was getting bullied or need help or like need some confidence, because sis, just slap them. Slap her. Do it. You might get, no, honestly, don't do it. Honestly, if it is that deep, do go to your friends, go to an adult, like tell someone, especially, it's like, it really depends on your age. Because if you're like my age, you're just gonna have to get over it. I'm sorry. People aren't gonna like you, and it sucks to be them because they're a hater. Like, sorry, you're being you, and they don't like it. So, but if you're younger, I do know things will get to you more. You do want to fit in and everything, but you don't have to. If you have your little group of friends, like I had a good group of friends, but I decided to stay with Mariah and Caleb, and I ended up leaving that place. And I do have a couple of friends that I still talk to back in Chicago, but like Mariah and Caleb were cut. Again, I'm really trying to get my videos like pushed out there, because I was very late. So if you see me filming in the same outfits, I'm filming in the same day, because I just sometimes don't have time. So much. Definitely like it. Share it with someone who you know needs help or something, or just like should see me because I'm pretty dope. Yeah. And subscribe if you want. Bye.